Hey guys, welcome back to Raw Doing Stuff. Today we're going to mix up some of my pork rub. It's not really mine. I get this recipe off of All Recipes. It's called CC Ryder's Rib Rub. But I found it's really good on pork butts, pork loin, ribs, anything pork it comes out really good on. It's my favorite. It takes all these spices to do it. So I'm going to bring you in closer and I'm going to show you how we mix up a batch of this. Usually I do it on a bigger scale. That's why I have such big bottles. But I'll show you the original recipe of the amounts and stuff on it. You can go on there and you can adjust the amounts of the servings. I usually do like 300 servings at a time because then I mix up enough to last me a few months. So anyway, let's bring you in and let's get this mixed up. Alright guys, so first thing we got to do is we got to do a half a cup of white sugar. Then we're going to do a half a cup of packed brown sugar. Next thing, we need a half a cup of salt. This calls for New Mexico red chili powder, which I found is kind of hard to find. I just use chili powder instead, and it seems to be fine. Just 3 tablespoons of that. And our garlic powder, need 2 tablespoons of that. I don't worry about them being perfect exact because it doesn't make a lot of difference as long as you're close. And 2 tablespoons of onion powder. Next is our paprika. We're going to do 2 tablespoons of that. Oh, that one's never been opened. I went through and opened all these before I started, but obviously missed one. There again, it calls for Hungarian paprika, but I just use the regular paprika because the Hungarian's hard to find. Ancho chili powder. I haven't been able to find this in the stores. I've had to order this online. 2 tablespoons of that. And I have substituted, just put 4 tablespoons of the chili powder in before, and it's fine. And then 2 tablespoons of black pepper. And dried thyme. We're going to do 1 tablespoon of that. It's pretty full. One tablespoon of cumin, which this probably won't fit in here. Oh, just barely. Oh, there we go. The rosemary leaves, 1 tablespoon of that, which is kind of hard to measure because they're kind of big and weird, but and that's not right. Yeah, it is. And some ground allspice. 1 tablespoon of that. Got 2 of those there for some reason. And our cayenne pepper. That's going to be just 1 teaspoon. Unless you like it hotter, you can put a little more. But that's what the recipe calls for. Then you want to just get you a whisk like this, because that brown sugar kind of tries to clump together, and just kind of mix that together until all the brown sugar's broken up in there pretty well. It'll take a while to get that broke up. You just mix that up. You can store it. I usually put it in a bottle and put it in the freezer if I make a lot, and then that way I don't have to, that way it stays fresh. So and I just pull it out when I need it, refill my bottles. Okay guys, so I got that all mixed up. All the brown sugar is pretty much broken up. You'll have a few little clumps here and there, but it'll break up pretty good if you stir it with a whisk long enough. So anyway, that's just how I make my rub for my pork. I really like it. It's pretty simple. It's a lot cheaper than buying rub in the stores. I mean, you figure I went to Sam's Club and each one of these big bottles cost me about $6.50, which adds up, and it's quite a bit to begin with, but that's going to make me enough rub for at least a year. And so for a year I'm getting all my rub for $50–$60. So when you look at it that way, it's not a lot when you're going to the barbecue store and you're paying $10 or $12 for one small bottle of rub. This comes out a lot cheaper. So anyway, this is my favorite pork rub. Give it a try, see if you like it. If you do, let us know in the comments. Give us a thumbs up and a like and subscribe. It's free, and we'll see you on the next one.